playing on the stage one night for Stevie G at Pat Shop North 89. Coming off the stage, you're walking through the crowd, met Ben for the very first time. Said my name is Ben Rizzuti and I got a talk show on Madhouse TV. So give me your card, I'm gonna totally come down to the show and play some music for me. On the Benny Rizzuti show, on the Benny Rizzuti show. Benny Rizzuti show, on the Benny Rizzuti show.
Hello and welcome to a very hairy episode of the Benny Rizzuti show. Thank you, thanks. Tonight's a hairy episode. No one is safe. Again, no one is safe. I'm very irritable. I don't know. I think it's because there's no longer a full moon or something. But I'm irritable. Many people are irritable, and I have a special guest tonight, a Stevie GB and Kelly Schifano. Right now, Stevie's hanging with me.
I'm having a pizza.
I can't tell you what Kelly's doing. You'll
pizza.
find out when she comes on later. So yeah, having a pizza. It's a nice little pizza.
Benny was nice enough to order the pizza.
I ordered the pizza. Nice. You like my wig? You like me with hair?
I don't like it at all.
Remember me with hair?
I don't like it.
You know. You're not a what?
I'm not a hair guy.
You're not a hair guy, huh?
No, I used to be, but I used to have long wavy hair. Now it's waving goodbye.
Nah, that's good, yeah.
Vince D'Antona, I love him.
I went to the barber, told him I wanted a crew cut. He said the crew already bailed out.
Is this what we're gonna do?
Old jokes tonight. I think is gonna be like the old go after the young show, right?
No, we're not gonna do that, are we?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, we will. We will. We got plenty of show. We got a whole hour of show, and
Man.
we're gonna just. I'm a steamroller, baby.
James Taylor, 1972.
Yeah, but he stole it off of some black blues man.
Yeah, because James Taylor was certainly he had black roots. You know, you could tell.
Yeah. I know.
On his head, that's about it. So what's up, Benny?
I'm hanging.
Hanging out?
I'm hanging out.
This is your new show, the Benny
My
Rizzuti
new,
show.
the Benny Rizzuti show. We
I
got
like it.
all kinds of things. We're gonna do Breaking Wind tonight.
Good.
We're gonna
ready.
show an old Alfredo Gagoots video because Alfredo Gagoots will be back. I'm planning on. I want to do an Alfredo Gagoots special, where Alfredo Gagoots will be the whole show, and
That's
everyone
nice.
on the show is going to be in character.
Ah,
So
what kind of character would I play?
you can play whatever. You know the character that you play that I love.
Groucho.
I love Groucho. You do a great Groucho.
I do a great Groucho.
You do. You've done Groucho several times, right? 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
What was the play? What was the name of the
Groucho, A Life in Review.
A Life in Review?
That was written by his son, Arthur.
Right, and
Orthodox.
that was brilliant.
Brilliant.
That was really good. That was not just
Really good.
you. That was.
And we had the Marx Brothers. We
the
added
Marx
stuff
Brothers.
to it. We took bits from the movies and we added it in there that wasn't in the book. The book, the original play, had only 2 characters. Groucho and one guy played Chico and Harpo,
Oh, okay.
which
So
is
you-
stupid. So they never were all 3 together on any of the scenes, which didn't make any sense to me. So we said, we're not doing that. We're going to have all 3. So we were able to do all those.
That was great. I
Movie
saw
bits.
that show in
Yeah.
Lindenhurst.
That was fun.
Then I saw you do Groucho as,
As a
Legends
solo.
Legends of Comedy.
Yes.
You did.
That was a tough one.
That was
Didn't quite
good.
work out as well as I wanted to, but
It was good. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad.
And Nancy likes. She likes your older when you do Groucho as he gets older.
Yeah, people like that. They really like my older son. Wow, you really look like him as an old man. I'm not sure if that's a compliment.
Yeah, because he was about 85.
Yeah. And I did it with no makeup. I look 85.
No, you did a good job.
Thank you.
You do mix theatrical and comedy very well together.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, I always tell comedians that are kind of new, take an acting class. You know, join community theater, do a play, because you learn, you know, comedy should, you ever see comedians go up and they're like, I went to the store and I bought some milk. And then the next joke, I went to another store. By the time the third joke comes around, the audience is asleep because they have that same monotone delivery.
Right, they don't know.
Where if you take acting, you learn how to, color it up and go up and down.
And facial.
Facial expressions, it's all, Jack Nicholson said acting is all in the eyes. And it's true. When you watch good actors, they can change their eyes, and it changes their whole expression.
Jack Nicholson, I mean, what was great
Right.
about him, he was out of shape, but whatever he said he was, I'm an astronaut. Can
Yeah.
you believe something? I'm a friggin', there's only 20
I'm
of
an
them,
astronaut.
and I'm one of the damn astronaut. I'm
Well,
an astronaut.
I'll tell you my favorite-
You're out of shape. What do you-
My favorite Jack Nicholson role is The Shining, right? And to me, the best part of that movie, he even spoke about it. When he did that part where Wendy is coming up after him and he says, "Give me the bat, Wendy." They wanted him to scream that. They wanted him to say, "Give me the bat, Wendy." But he didn't. What did he do? He went, "Give me the bat, Wendy." And it was so much better because it was eerie. He was like, "Give me the bat." Right?
I love him in terms of endearment. When he went to visit the woman's daughter in the hospital.
Yeah.
And he's leaving in the airport, and she says, "I love you," and he's leaving, and she says, "I said I love you," and he turns around and says, "Inches from a clean getaway." I just love anything. I think of him in The Last Detail. I am the Shore Patrol.
That's right.
Whatever he is, and all in the eyes. I believe because you're looking.
All in the eyes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But that's with comedians. You're right. With a lot of these young comedians, and I think we're going to talk a bit about the youngsters
Look
and
at
the
the
old
youngsters.
the youngsters.
These whippersnappers, they don't know nothing.
They're. I'm gonna be honest. What they call an open mic
Yeah.
is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. They have this attitude that, oh, it's an open mic, so I can wear an old shirt with holes in it, and then you see them bring that onto TV. I've seen some Long Island comedians that go on TV, and I'm like, can't you dress a little bit nice?
Yeah.
You know what? What is this? I'm a comedian. I gotta look like a bum. No, that's. Bob Hope didn't look like a bum. Rich Skelton didn't look like a bum.
Well, you see, we're old school. We think that like the performer should dress above the audience because then the audience feels like there's a certain level of respect.
And I feel that if I bomb, which we do occasionally bomb, they'll say, "Well, he looked nice." I like the suit. If somebody comes up to you and says, "I love your suit," they didn't like your comedy
They didn't
at
like
all.
your comedy.
Because even sometimes, Stevie, sometimes you bomb and you're thinking, maybe it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And then when someone says, "I love your suit," you're like,
Well, when I bomb, I never stick around long enough. To
yeah,
find out what they have
I'm
to
one
say.
of those too. I like to get. I don't even. If I see a comic I haven't seen in years, I just walk past. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?"
If I didn't do well, I'm out of there before they get a chance to ignore me and make
I
me feel
agree
even
with.
worse.
But have you ever had one of those nights where you thought you sucked, but you kept driving, you kept doing good, and you get off the stage and people are telling you how good you were?
Yeah,
So that's.
they lie.
No, I don't think they lie. I know. I'll tell you why. We're music fans. I'm a Grateful Dead fan. I know you're not a Grateful Dead fan. But,
Sorry, I'm not. Can I leave?
What? Can you leave? What?
I'm not wearing a microphone. Should I be wearing? a
There's a mic over your head.
Oh.
Jesus. Boy, you're very observant. Comedy makes you observant, ladies and gentlemen.
I was wondering.
I
what
wonder
that
if this
was.
camera's in the way. Does this globe look? You like my globe? My golden globe? Listen to me.
We got to keep it clean, right?
Yeah, listen to me. Listen. Jerry Garcia said in an interview that he did a concert and he thought they were terrible. He hated it. He thought it was one of the worst performances of his life, so much that he took Phil Lesh, the bass player, and threw him down a flight of stairs.
Really?
He was that angry. He said later on they get into the studio and listened to the tapes.
Yeah.
He said it was pretty good. And he said we wound up using some of that stuff on a few of their live albums. So I believe that, no, people don't always lie. I believe that sometimes you're thinking in your head, you're not up to your best ability.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, people lie, but some people are honest. Sometimes, I think, sometimes people don't want to tell you, like they don't want to tell you, oh, the shoes don't match your shirt. But I think in comedy, you should tell that person, look, don't tell that joke about when you used to sleep in the bedroom with your parents and you heard something. Don't tell, that's not funny. Okay, and
What? Well, I guess
we're gonna be seeing that.
I guess they didn't like the Globe.
I wanted a dog, but I got Kelly instead.
Kelly's got the whole world in her hands.
I said, can I have a dog? Kelly Atlas. Hey, buddy.
What's that, money?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
just throw a slice
I
on
thought he was
there.
giving me a check.
Yeah, you're
You
paying
want
for
the
the
meatball?
pizza. You're paying the guy. I said, go see the bald-headed guy.
Yeah,
I
that's you.
confused him. I confused him. I said, the bald-headed guy will pay you.
He's in bold denial. He started with the hair, now he's got the hat. He's a bold denial.
I am in bold denial. I'm wearing the hat now. I want to grow it back, but it's going to look worse than you.
I know. Well, I have a theory that men shave their heads because they don't want to admit they're bald.
I shave my head because
Right? Because if they don't shave their head, they're bald. So they shave their head so they don't have to be bald.
I know I'm bald.
You know what I'm saying?
But I liked having hair. I liked
You
it.
did?
But it wasn't that much, so I was growing it long. I had
Well,
like
I
you.
never had good hair. I had like the Jimmy
Oh, I had
Page
beautiful.
/ Gumby look. It was like part
I
Jimmy
think
Page
I don't know if I have a picture of.
with a Gumby swoop.
I don't know.
Gumby swoop.
I don't know.
You
if
know
I have,
Gumby?
Yeah, you
Like
had the
a
gun.
whoop
No,
and
I
a
had
down.
some nice. It looked like I had a blow dryer. It looked like I had a. I don't know if I have the Benny the bartender picture. If I
Benny
gave
the
that to
bartender.
Vicky, I don't think I did.
No.
No.
Yeah, I
All
had
right,
some.
next week. Watch next week.
Have we gone off the rails? What were we talking about?
We were talking about young people.
Young people. These
Yeah,
kids today.
see right away. We're talking about young people comedy, and that you should be. You shouldn't tell jokes like that. You shouldn't. What some people, what you think is funny, it's not. It's not funny.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So your mom farting. Passing gas.
Yeah.
That's not funny. It's not. Nobody needs to know. And then I see some of these people. They tell jokes about their family that are like embarrassing. And then the family comes when they do a bringer show. That's who comes, your family. And you're talking about, who's got a fat butt and who. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think foul comedy could be done, if it's done right, could be funny. I mean, look at Louis C.K. Louis C.K. is one of my favorite newer, although he's not that new.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the new comedy. And I think he's a phenomenal comic. And he does a lot of jokes that open micers do that you wouldn't, really.
I love Louis Black.
Louis Black is more political.
I love political, but he
Yeah.
curses. He lets you know right up front that he's going to curse.
Yeah, that's
He,
all right.
he
I have
lets
no
you know
problem
that,
with
and
As
he'll
long
come
as
out
it's
with
funny.
some. But he's fun. But like you said, you can be funny, but then some of these young kids who are doing open mics in a bar,
Yeah.
and have no respect, and all of a sudden they stop their joke, they forget what they're talking about, and they're right in front of you in the audience. They're like,
Well, no, it's more, actually, Benny, it's more like this.
oh yeah, that too. But I've seen a guy. No, I seen a guy grab a notebook and just look at me.
Yeah.
Because these open mics, they might have 5 people in the audience. By the time the second comic's up there, there's nobody in the audience.
Yeah.
Because they get up and leave.
Well, open mics are tough.
When you and
They've
I
always
did open
been.
mics, we
Yeah.
did them like we were at an audition.
Right.
You always considered an open mic pretty much an audition. That you never know who's going to see you. That's the
Right.
way. When the major clubs had open mics, you went to a major club. You looked nice. You memorized your material.
Yeah.
You didn't pull a piece of paper out of your pocket.
No, I never did that. I mean, maybe when I went to Finn's Pub or something remember Alan Streisfeld used to do Finn's
I'm
Pub?
glad you brought up Alan.
And, he was like a champion how long did he do Finn's? Like probably 10 years he had that thing.
And he would videotape you. Alan
Yeah, he would
Streisfeld.
videotape you.
Alan Streisfeld is on Long Island. He's one of the greatest guys to do
Oh,
comedy.
yeah.
He's great, fun MC. One of the few guys that actually books me. He every once or twice a year I get a gig with Alan when he's
Yeah.
doing something. I feel bad, Alan. I want to get you a gig. Next time I'm booking a room, I'm gonna have you.
Does he
one.
watch the show?
He will if he hears we're talking
All right,
about.
we'll talk about him. Alan, I love you, buddy. Book me.
I love
Forever.
I love Les Deegan too.
Les Deegan's a good buddy.
Les, what's great about Les is if somebody's booking a show and they book him and they say, anybody else, he'll bring my name up.
Oh, really? That's
yeah,
cool.
it's really cool.
Well, we're doing a show together.
We are. We're doing a show called Two Old Bastards and a Couple of Broads, which we're trying. I'm talking to people on trying to do a tour on Long Island.
Yeah.
Of a tour. I'm talking to a couple of people about it because
Well,
I'd like to do a
good.
few venues.
That'd be fun.
I think that would be fun. We have
It's a
Sandy
fun
Chan
idea.
Simone.
Well, I like the idea of having a singer and then like a feature act, an MC, and then like a headliner.
And a headliner. Yeah, me
Something
too.
like that. And it doesn't always have to be me as the headliner, but you know, it probably does. You know, it's me all the time.
Anyway, let's bring up our other guest and have her join us, Kelly Schifano.
Kelly
Kelly.
Ripa!
Come here, Benny. Give me a kiss. I'm giving you a kiss too. Hey.
Yeah, hey. How you
Good to
doing,
see
man?
you, Benny.
Good to see you.
Stevie Jeevie. Oh, no, you. I weigh more than you. Look with the weight. Look, come on, man. You bring my
Sit
body
down. You
issues.
can see
Hey, you want a
what you
piece
look
of me?
like in the monitor.
It says peace.
Let me take the. It gets hot wearing it.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, babe. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you
How
doing?
you
I've been-
doing?
how you
How you
doing?
doing?
So you guys want to hear no cab stories? No
Yeah,
nothing?
sure.
Tip stories.
No,
What do
we
you
have to
wanna-
be. We gotta be careful because me and my mom. To be honest with you viewers here, I gotta be careful because I have a bad mouth.
Yeah, but
So I'm gonna be decent, Benny, just for you.
okay.
All right. All right. So here's. You want to hear a story?
You might have to talk up because the mic is a
Are you
bit-
making fun of my height now?
Yeah, no.
Want to sit on my shoulders?
Maybe you want to sit on mine. Anyway, here's what happens. I mean, I got so many stories. You know, I drive a cab and whatever. I drive, Kelly the lesbian cab driver. And you know what? I love it because I can do whatever I want in there. And I'm like almost like cash cab.
Yeah.
When people get in, Benny, I no lie. I say, hey. Now, mind you, I'm in a cab 12 hours a day, no? So I know everything that's on the radio. Okay? Everything. There's nothing. I even go to Spanish stations because I play games with these people. I said, let me tell you something. I'll press every button on this radio. If I know every song on this radio, you got to pay me double the fare. Serious. Now, if I don't, I pay you or you go for free. They're thinking about it like, no, this girl's in this cab 12 hours a day. She knows that nobody usually it's later at night when they're drunk.
Oh,
And
yeah?
they'll go, yeah, let's have it. I usually win. I always win, actually. So, but I get issues with people. Plus I'm gay and people have issues with that. Believe me, we're in 2016, right?
Yes.
People still have issues, right? So I want to tell you a story.
He's checking his calendar.
He's very intrigued by me. He's like,
yeah.
you are very sexy. He's just looking at me. It's oozing from you. See this, right? Okay, so here it is. So now, it's, nighttime, whatever. And, I never know what I'm getting when I get there. So I go to the bar, right? This girl comes out. Oh, mom, was she drunk, right? So, hey, I don't care. Do what you got to do. I'm just taking you. The most I'm with you when you're that drunk is 5 to 8 minutes, right? Now, people know me. I ain't got that much patience. But if I'm trying to make $1, I'm going to have a little more patience than I do. Right, Stevie Jeevie? Okay. The girl gets in. Drunk. So I said, where you going, ma'am? She said, shut the hell up. I said, oh, this is going to be real interesting. She didn't say hell. She said something else, but
Right.
we're right.
Maybe that's the name of the bar.
We're slowing it down. We're
All right, Stevie.
Good one.
Shut the hell up in.
And yeah, shut the hell up in. Okay.
All right.
So now,
You should have said, oh, I know that place.
Yeah, right.
It's only a mile
you,
away.
you're
go to
leading me over
59th.
there. So now she tells me the address, and I'm going. I said, do you want to go this way? Didn't I tell you to? All right. Now I'm just going to be quiet because me and her going to have issues. Okay? I got it. So now I'm driving down the road, bada bing, bada boom, right, well, bye, driving. And she's just being arrogant, drunk. Don't be abusive people to your cab drivers. We're just taking you home when you're drunk. Anyway, so now we get almost to our destination, okay? She says, what the hell did I tell you, you effing dyke? That was it. That was it. I locked the doors. No kidding. Now that's a no-no. I mean, you can say that, not so derogatory meaning, but when you're saying it derogatory, now it's on.
Yeah.
I turned that car around like a crazy lunatic, pulled up, driving. Now I'm back into almost to where I picked her up from, because now I'm fuming. I locked the windows. I got out of the car. I was hitting the windows. I said, now get out. Mess with this. Right? The D word, She was scared like this. I said, for 10 minutes we're in this car. You're messing with me. Well, guess what? She ended up Like I'm banging, pa, pa. She's smoking a cigarette like this. Oh, now you're scared? Now you're scared. But I got out of the car, really. The cops came. The cops came, right?
Wow.
Listen to this. Unbelievable. Then the cops laughing at me. He goes, what happened? I said, this is what happened, but because now I have to be calm, because now if I look like a lunatic, I'm going right with him.
Yeah, right.
He made him get out of the car. He said, how dare you? He really was on my side. But hey, let me tell you, I kick it. I was so angry for the whole night, man. No idea, but you know what? Goes to show you. Remember Gilda Radner? It just goes to show you. If it ain't one thing, it's another.
Did she pay you?
You know what? At that point, yeah, she paid me in the beginning, actually. But you know what? At that point, I didn't even care about the money. I just want her out. You know what I'm saying? I want her out.
Yeah.
But some people, like that. I mean, you think we're in 2016? Do you think that I don't know that I'm a gay woman? You have to use the word dyke. Like, really? I didn't know this. Thank you for sharing this with me.
You know, it's easy for people to go to the lowest common denominator and say a hurtful
Well, guess
word.
what? I gave it a common denominator. She was scared.
Stevie, close the lid there, all right?
Yeah, sure.
The flies will get. I don't want the flies in the
There's
pizza.
flies in
But ain't that something?
Stevie's looking at her.
But ain't that something? I mean, this story's up the yin yang.
That's a story.
That is a story, but it just goes to show you. It just goes to show you. If it ain't one thing.
Anyway, Gilda Radner.
Gilda
You're
Radner.
talking about Gilda, who I loved. And now you have to talk about Gene Wilder. Passed away yesterday.
Yeah, but he's
Very sad. We have a picture of Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is, Willy Wonka. And a lot of people are posting on social media. They're
Yeah.
posting their favorite movies.
Yeah.
Nobody has got, this is my favorite Gene
the
Wilder movie.
Frankenstein?
And I love them all. No. Sherlock Holmes'
I
Smarter
never saw it. I
Brother.
don't think I've seen that.
Yeah.
You've never, Sherlock Holmes Smart, and, okay, it's, Gene Wilder
Was
is Sigerson Holmes. Sherlock
Okay.
Holmes' Smarter Brother.
Yeah.
His right-hand man is Marty Feldman.
Oh, gee.
The damsel in distress is Madeline Kahn.
That's like the
And
best.
the villain is Dama DeLuise.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
God.
hilarious.
That's old.
I'll tell you one scene, though, that's gets me. You know those scenes where the music, dun, 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 and you see,
Yeah.
and you see the blood, you see this sheet music, and Dom DeLuise is an opera singer, so you see the sheet music, and then you see the blood, dun, 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 and then you realize it's not blood, it's spaghetti sauce, and Dom DeLuise is eating a meatball hero, and then, so it looks like blood, and then it's
And that's not Mel Brooks, is it?
no, it's Gene Wilder.
Oh, he
Written
made
and
it?
directed by Gene Wilder.
Oh,
It's Gene
okay.
Wilder. If you ever get a chance, Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother, I own
Check
it.
that one out.
I own it. I love Young Frankenstein,
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
Well, for me, The Producers was the greatest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
It's like one of my favorite movies of all time is The Producers.
the first time I ever saw, can you remember the first movie you ever saw Gene Wilder in?
It was probably Willy Wonka. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
Well, he
all
was
right.
in Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde.
That was his
Right,
first
yeah.
movie.
Bonnie and Clyde. Thelma, when I get those kids. These kids stole his car and it was Bonnie and
I
Clyde.
probably only saw that once or
Well,
twice.
I'm a
I
little
don't
older. It was a
remember.
Richard Pryor.
Richard
Excuse
Pryor
me?
was
Richard
he
Pryor,
was in
who was it?
he was in
When
Silver
he-
Street with
Silver
Richard.
Street,
Silver
right?
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And
Stark
Richard Pryor was
Crazy, Stark
supposed.
Crazy.
Richard Pryor was supposed to be the sheriff in Blazing
Yeah, but he
Saddles.
wouldn't do
Right.
it.
No, he wanted to do it. The studio didn't want him because he was very. Yeah, I love Richard Pryor. I love his stand-up, and I own some of his albums. He was so much into cocaine that I heard.
Oh, wait.
They did. What happened was when they did the table read, or they were getting together for a meeting about the script, and he was right. He pulled out a vial of cocaine at a meeting with all these Hollywood,
They all did it, right?
people. And
Wow.
and even he handed it over to Mel Brooks, and Mel said something to him like never before lunch or something.
Yeah.
And Mel didn't care,
Right.
but the studio seeing that they didn't.
Yeah.
So it wound up he got a screen credit for writing the screenplay.
Oh,
And believe it or not, and I saw this from there's a Mel Brooks documentary, and then there's a documentary about Richard Pryor where Mel Brooks also speaks in it.
Oh, yeah.
And Mel Brooks talks about that he approached Richard Pryor and told him about I have this idea for a screenplay, Blazing Saddles with a black sheriff. So Richard Pryor joined him in writing it, but Pryor didn't write the stuff for the sheriff. He invented Mongo. He
really?
created Mongo. That was Richard Pryor did
Mongo
Mongo. He
Shrimp.
probably wrote
Wow.
the Candygram bit. He probably
Candygram.
wrote too. But he said he wasn't involved. The sheriff stuff was Mel Brooks.
Mel
wrote
Brooks. Yeah, I love that movie, Blazing Saddles. I love
Blazing
it. It was like Blazing Saddles, producers, Young Frankenstein.
We talked about that. You're big on.
That's
I love Mel
classic.
Brooks. I'm not a big fan of Spaceballs,
Oh,
but the young
kidding?
people are. The young people love
I
Spaceballs.
love Spaceballs.
My son's generation. My son is 23. Loves space. Do you like Spaceballs?
No.
You were
You
saying.
saw it?
Nothing with balls in it.
Another way.
Nothing with balls in it. I just can't
This
do
is
it.
the
I
show,
just can't
folks.
do it. Me and Stevie GB over here
Yeah.
were talking about on the way in. He's never seen Gone with the Wind.
Never seen it.
Get out of here.
Well, how do you not see
All
Gone
right.
with the Wind? How do you not? I
There's a
did
lot
my
of
little
movies I've never seen.
interpretation. Listen, everybody who won I was the first black woman who ever got an award was on that
I know.
movie.
Actually, and
Oh, how could you
What
not
was
know?
it?
You
what's
never seen
amazing?
Gone with
Listen to this.
Something McDowell.
Hattie McDowell.
Yeah. Hattie McDowell.
Hattie McDowell.
And Butterfly McQueen.
Butterfly McQueen.
Butterfly McQueen
That's my
plays.
name in high school.
She
That was my
plays
name
the
in high
one.
school.
I don't know nothing about
I know all the lines, but I never saw the movie.
What?
Anyway, Hattie McDaniel won the Best Supporting Actress
Actress.
over Olivia de Havilland
Absolutely.
and so many other
Yep.
people that were nominated for that. And
First black woman to ever win a
Yes.
supporting actress role in the beginning.
Yeah,
I
to
think it was
win
in
an Academy
1943 or 46.
no, 30s.
Was it 37?
39.
Was it 37?
39.
The movie was made
It
in 37, I think, and then the war was 39
Well, I
because
know
it
it
took
was
a
the
long
same
time.
year as Wizard of Oz. They both came out.
Okay.
Yes, that was 39.
I have an issue.
Now, Wizard of Oz.
Okay, you have
I've
an
seen.
issue? What?
Yeah, I do.
right.
People always say, I have an issue, and it really is that. I used to live in Arizona,
Right.
okay, and I was moving back to New York. Now, Stevie GB, you're gonna laugh. Because I am short in stature, not that you noticed,
Not gonna laugh
not that
now.
you know you're gonna laugh
He's
soon.
scared of you. He's
And I'm gonna do
I haven't
something-
seen him this scared
Listen,
since Gene Powers was on the show.
listen, I'm gonna do this because I do this for everybody. Since I'm a kid, I've been doing this because, okay, anyway, I was on the airport and the lady says, now, we stopped in Denver. It was like, we were up in the air for 10 minutes. We got a drink and now we're down in Denver. Like, no reason to stop. So now, my flight from Denver to New York is delayed 7 hours. Bad weather in New York, of
Wow.
course. So now, mind you, I'm 100 pounds heavier. My back is out. I got 20 pounds of luggage because I'm moving back to New York.
Yeah.
I got my legs up, don't ask no questions, up over my luggage. So I said, oh, let me go talk to the people at the desk. So the lady says to me behind the desk, which I have no patience for at this point in time,
Yeah.
okay, says, oh, are you going to Emerald City? Hold up.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Hold up. Now I get an attitude. I said, what are you talking about, lady? Well, because I'm short in stature, I'm really in no damn mood. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
I'm in no mood for little short jokes and this and that. She goes, no, you're going to Seattle? They call Seattle Emerald City because it rains all the time. And scream. Meanwhile, now I'm ready to punch this lady in the face because of my short stature.
You think she's
She's
doing
I
doing
think
you a
she's
munchkin?
talking. But guess what?
So
I
it's
did
a
my
lollipop
dance.
there.
I could do the dance for you.
All right.
I could
see
do-
it.
I
Yeah?
could do it.
All right, do it.
Do you really want to see it?
Yeah, yeah. we
It's
wanna see
really,
it.
I gotta move the table up because I could hurt
We
somebody.
could do the lollipop.
Yes, and I could. You have to watch my legs. Should I do it this way or should I do
Yeah,
it?
well,
I'm gonna
whatever.
All right.
All right, you
Should I
ready?
move?
Yeah, you should.
Oh boy.
I'm like a rocket, but in a short. In a
You're
short
gonna kick
run.
me in the
Yeah.
face?
No, I'm not gonna kick you in the face. What are you scared of me,
I'm
Stevie?
scared of you.
A rocket,
Okay.
you're more like a hobbit.
That wasn't funny.
She's a pebbleette, not a
All
rocket.
right,
You know
I
what?
could teach you.
Hobbit, hobbit,
Yeah, but you
hobbit.
see, I don't have. I don't have. Okay.
When you have to explain the joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
me too. I'm a hobbit. I'm a that, I'm a pebblehead. I don't care what I am.
All right,
Okay, you ready? You gotta watch the
ready.
legs.
You're
now.
gonna sing
Watching
too?
the
I'm
legs.
gonna sing too.
I want.
Go
This is
ahead.
the
Legs.
first time in years a woman told me to look at her
represent-
legs. Are you wearing pants?
You, I don't wear
Two.
this. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
We represent the lollipop king. The lollipop king. The lollipop. He can't even say that because I like, I have a 22-inch inseam.
That's funny.
It is kind of funny. I look
Yeah.
like I did say when that lady told me that.
Yeah.
I mean,
And did you do that? Did you do that dance for her when she did the show?
You know what?
Right.
At that point in time, I was in
Right.
no mood to do no kind of dance.
Right.
But then I felt so bad because now I got an attitude.
Yeah,
Oh,
sit
because
down
I'm
now.
short.
You can sit.
Because now I'm short. And I'm thinking, oh, she's making fun of me. Because, I mean, I've got that on my whole life. Oh, what are you, in the Munchkins? Like the Gene Wilder, Oompa Loompas.
How tall are you? 4'11", something?
4'8".
4'8", really?
Most
Really?
Italian women are 4'8". My mom was like 4'9".
My
Really?
mother's 5'5". I have
Yeah.
a twin sister who's 5'6". We're like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Wow, I know. When we
What'd
were,
you say, a twin sister?
Yeah, twins. We're twins.
You're twins?
Yeah.
Identical?
Fraternal. Mamma mia. We're fraternal.
I guess you can't be
Because she's
identical. with
5'6", I'm
sizes.
4'8".
Is she gay?
Wow.
No, she's actually with black men. We're like the Rainbow Coalition.
Wow.
I'm
You
serious.
represent every voting
We
bloc.
do.
just in your
I
family.
got Filipino cousins. I
They
got
could,
black
they could poll
nieces.
your family and find out like every voting block and just
I-
extrapolate it.
I have a cousin who's Sicilian and half Chinese.
Right.
Wow,
I
nice.
call him that, and he's like a basketball player. I call him Yao Mingya. I have a cousin who's Colombian.
Nice. What do
I
you-
call him my drug dealer.
Oh no, you don't.
There we go.
Well, I can
These
say.
are jokes I never use. Jokes.
And there's a reason for it.
Yes, thank you.
Well, my jokes, with my family, we're Italian, right? So everything. But my mother's very, very, very Italian.
Yeah.
The way she talks, like words she says, like say, my other sister corrects up, like say, endorphins. She'll say, oh, my endorphins are going. Like, what, really, endorphins?
But is your mother from Italy?
No, she's just very like Queens,
right.
Italian.
Queen's Italian.
So
huh?
Queen's
I
Italian.
swear to God, and I always worried about my weight. Not you, Stevie G, because you're beautiful the way you are.
I am a
Wow.
black.
I've always worried about my weight. Always worried about. And she tried to help, and she said, and for instance, if we're at a wedding, and I was telling this the other day, we like say we're like, hey Kelly, come here a minute. This is my mother's talking. Try this cake, and every food is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's sexy. Like, try this beautiful cake. I don't want to try the cake. I tell them this all the time. I don't want to try the cake. I'm trying to do good. Kel, just try a piece of the cake. It's delicious. The cake it's a beautiful cake. Ma, I don't want the cake. I'm trying to do good. Just take a taste. Fine, give me the cake. Oh my God, Ma, the cake is lit. You are gaining a few pounds. Mamma mia, I just told you I don't want to eat the cake.
You know what? You would be good as a one-woman show.
You would.
Stevie, what do you think?
I think she
You
definitely
should
would.
help her.
Well, you should do storytelling.
Like, do a
I think
fr-
Yes,
storytelling
but
is
it's the
your thing.
truth. But what I'm saying is the truth.
Do like a one-act play for yourself of like a 15-minute one-act
I do
play.
imitations too, like shit. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, the people of the town.
Wow, yeah, that little
Yeah,
talent
yeah.
part.
Gypsies. Oh, now who? You know what I can do now with this?
And I'll do Sunny, come on.
Okay.
And the beat
Oh,
down.
God.
That's
And the
money's all been spent. Now I gotta go into a tree. Now I gotta run into a tree.
Skiing into a tree.
Well, you know,
Which one?
these kids. Barbra Streisand?
Yeah.
Probably can you see me? Probably can you feel me? Like, who's she looking at? What does she
Nose.
see?
You know,
What does she say?
I have to tell you, I am not a Barbra Streisand
I
fan.
love her.
I'm not. Her music, her songs don't do anything for me. They
Yeah.
don't. No.
What?
And I know she's a beauty. I know
God
she's.
belongs to me. Come on, buddy. How could you do that?
Look, I like Sinatra. I like
Oh,
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
I love Ray Charles.
You like
kidding
Ray
me?
Charles?
Yeah, I love
Stevie
Ray
Wonder.
Charles.
Stevie Wonder.
Tell you what I
Give
said.
it, yeah. That's what I see. I love it. Aretha Franklin. What you want?
Baby, I got it. What you need?
Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
I got it. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Chain, chain, chain.
Oh, yeah. You gotta watch like all the Aretha Franklin.
You treated me mean.
Yeah, baby.
You treated me cruel. Do it.
I'm invisible.
All right.
Far from.
You gotta watch Hello Baby.
I wish you had a.
Hello Baby. One night with me and you'll forget that whole
No,
night.
one man with me, you'd be hurt.
I want to ask you a question, and this is a serious personal question. You ever wear a dress?
Sometimes. On Wednesdays.
Don't be serious.
On Wednesdays, I do.
I
Her.
almost threw out.
Oh,
I almost threw out. I have, listen, to be
he
honest.
wears women's panties.
I do.
Whatever. I do have men's boxer briefs on.
Do you?
I really do. I will show
But you see, a woman, even if a woman was straight and was wearing men's boxer briefs, there would be nothing
You know
wrong
the
with
long
that.
ones.
But yeah.
I do. And then certain days I can't, so I wear the women's bloomers.
Bloomers.
Yeah, bloomers. All right, listen.
We're gonna
Well,
put
you would
bloomers
never
now?
wear a dress
No,
for
you
anything.
know what? For
A
anything?
wedding?
For money?
Oh,
Yeah,
my God, for money.
Who's
No,
gonna
I
pay you to
wear a
wear?
suit.
Who's gonna pay you
A
to wear a
pantsuit?
dress?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
An escort, maybe. That's
Wow, well, all right. Go to Craigslist. We'll find one.
Craigslist.
Wait, I'm missing something here. What am I missing?
No,
You know, you have to go to Angie's List to
Right.
find a good hooker on Craigslist.
Okay.
I'm here all week.
That is funny.
All right,
That is funny.
We're going to go to a little video.
A video.
A little video. I'm going to talk to you, and
Space
maybe we're
Hummer
going to
on,
do, maybe
Captain
we're going to do
Video.
a breaking wind. So we're going to go to a video of Alfredo Gagootz's greatest hits and misses. This is from the now gone but very classic Gagootz show.
Oh.
Okay.
So Alfredo Gagootz, here you go, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back. Ciao, my friends. Before we go to the part two of... Ciao, my friends. You know me, Alfredo Gagooz, celebrity chef. And before we go to the part two of Alfredo cooks Alfredo Fettuccine, Alfredo Fettuccine. Ciao, my friends. You know me. I love the USA. I love America. God bless America. So when I want to teach you American how to cook a good Italiano food. So some of you want to know about the Gagoots. This is the Gagoots. Today we don't cook the Gagoots, but I want you to see is a longer squash from my homeland, Sicily. And I come from the town of Bologna. I know, kiddie or not, Bologna, we make the best ricotta. A lot of people in America, you buy ravioli in a can. Are you kidding me? Ravioli in a can? I got a friend, he died eating a ravioli in a can. His grandmother caught him in the kitchen and beat the hell out of him with a cane. Disgraziato. So you got a nice big pot. You got the garlic. You get some nice virgin olive oil. Good luck trying to find a virgin in this neighborhood. You know what I'm going to talk about. Before you cook the Gagoots, the first thing, you don't want to chop it right away, okay? We don't make a circumcision. This is no bris. This is a cooking show. Okay? First you want to massage your Gagoots. Excuse me. Oh, my English is not too good. Is no massage. You want to wash your Gagoots. You want to make sure your Gagoots is clean. You don't want any STDs on your Gagoots. STD is a Siciliano Tortellini Disgraziato, which is they look down on you if you eat a clean Gagoots. They look down, it's like you eat a leftover tortellini. Nobody does it. Or put a sauce on the tortellini, you put a butter on the tortellini. That's a STD. Siciliano Tortellini Disgraziato. Hey, my friends, welcome back. Virgin olive oil. I got an extra virgin olive oil because I know with a Gagooza like this, she's gonna be a virgin no more. And then Sicily, go to Bologna. We make the best ricotta. Ding, 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 ding. I'm still stirring over here. Ding, 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 ding. I like to dance. You like to dance? I like to eat. I like to dance. I think I left something in the bottom of my pants. wooden spoons. One wooden spoon you use. You stir, what do you make? Okay, you stir, what do you make? And then the other one, you gotta heat the kids a little bit. I don't know one Italiano who wasn't not afraid of a wooden spoon. I'm not talk abusive, but one time you need a little bit on the behind, a scarabinga. Scarabinga learn to cook and be a good kid. Be good to your parents, love your parents because they love you. Now remember and don't forget, Alfredo Gaguzzi, he loves you. Ciao. Hey, I'm making this up as I go along. Hello, I'm Benny Rizzuti.
And I'm Stevie GB.
And this is Breaking Wind. Anyway, Stevie, I brought you to the newsroom set because I wanted to get you away from Kelly so that we could talk about wieners.
Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. What do you mean, like Anthony Weiner?
Anthony Weiner.
Anthony Weiner in the news again.
He was in the Post yesterday. I believe we have a picture of him.
We do?
Yes.
Do we have to look? Oh, there he is.
There's him with his wife.
Oh, my God.
Hummus.
Hummus?
And there he is on the...
Humbala?
Right
Humbala?
there.
Oh, my goodness. Look, here's the thing. You want my opinion?
Yeah, I want your opinion.
The guy's got a hobby. He's got a hobby. Everybody's got hobbies. I collect baseball cards. He takes pictures of himself in his underwear and texts us to strange women with his kid in the background. It's a hobby. It's not a good hobby.
But it's a hobby.
It's a hobby.
Oh, so like the guy that drives around and gives little kids candy and stuff.
That's disgusting.
That's a pedophile.
But this guy, he's not hurting anybody.
But is he meeting these women?
Well, that's the thing. If he's meeting them, I'm serious now. Yeah. It's disgusting. Don't get me wrong. I don't condone it. But what is he really doing wrong other than destroying his reputation and his wife's reputation?
He's doing a lot wrong.
Maybe he's doing that on purpose.
Maybe he's like one of those hitmen, mafia hitmen that wants to get caught. A villain that wants to get caught.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he had a nice little setup. He was a councilman, right?
Yeah.
And he was a politician on his way up. His wife is working for Hillary Clinton.
I know.
When she was a senator. And then he gets caught with the sexting and turns around and says, it's not me. I didn't do it. I didn't. And then you find out it was you.
Yeah.
Then he says, okay, I gave it up. I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
And now he's, all jokes aside, he's a married man.
Yeah.
You're a married man. You have a child, you have a wife that has stayed with you through all this.
Right.
And you keep doing it to the point where she left.
But I have one question.
Okay.
For hummus.
Well, in New York, we would call a hummus.
Take the phone away. Why did you take the phone away? When I text, my wife gets mad at me. If I'm doing that, she's taking the phone away. No more phone.
What kind of parent is she going to be?
Maybe he could use a cup and a string next time, like the old days. No more phone. If you want to do that, you got to use a cup and a string to send, or a camera. I don't know.
I think it's horrible. I do.
It is. I do. I'm joking. It's more than just.
Me. I'm
a big obsession.
I'm a big flirt. I like to flirt. I like to tease with people.
Me too.
Yeah, but this is taking it too far.
And then to have his kid in the picture, that's just really.
Now you have something wrong with you.
That's sick.
You have something wrong, but there are people that they do something and you say that poor guy. That poor person.
Yeah, no, I have no sympathy for him.
But I have no sympathy for this guy at all.
No, he's just gross.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. But, it gets all the other stuff out of the news. That's what it does, There could be floods in China today, but we'd never know.
Because we're worried about some guy
worried about the guy sending his package.
Yeah.
Like a UPS guy.
Yeah, right.
Whatever it is.
You're right, though. In this country, that's what they do.
Yeah.
There's bad earthquakes. There's people dying everywhere. There's wars going on.
Al-Qaeda, ISIS.
And we're worried about
Wiener.
Who twerked, Wiener, or who twerked on TV. We're worried about that.
Right, the VH1 M&E.
Yeah. Who's doing that? Who's exposing? Who said, I'll never forget the one time in the Academy Awards, someone said the F-bomb.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they called it the
Yeah.
F-bomb.
The
Like
F-bomb.
no one ever, here in Hollywood, we never say the
Yeah, like it's a real bomb.
Yeah, like, what a horrible thing.
I think the F-bomb is worse than the atom bomb. You know, we can annihilate a country, but no one would care. But if they said the F-bomb while they were annihilating the country, that would be the news.
If we said, we just bombed up in...
they did an A-bomb. They threw an A-bomb on the
effing
Jersey.
Gooberstanistan, yeah.
Gooberstanistan.
Gooberstanistan, yeah.
Gooberstanistan, the A-bomb dropped, but somebody dropped the F-bomb while they were dropping the A-bomb, so we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, and that person better lose their job.
That's right.
But the person who dropped the bomb, we should give them a medal.
Right, like the other guy, the guy who wouldn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. What's his name? Copernicus, the mathematician from Polish.
Kaepernick,
right, the football player.
You know, at first I thought, all right, he claims he's not standing.
Let me ask you something. When you sit home, watch the ball game, and they play the national anthem, do you stand up?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
And you hold your hand to your heart?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you're not like me. I don't do that. I sit down and watch the game. And, you know, we also cheer before the song ends. And they're cheering, start the ball game. They're not cheering because they're cheering because the song's over so they can start the ball game. How come that's not disrespectful?
But if you're at a game, are you going to stand for the national anthem?
Of course.
Yes. So I understand what he's saying. He's saying that because of the trouble in this country and that the police are killing people, he's not, until we do something in the country.
That's a little.
But I felt that way at first. I thought, oh, all right, he's protesting because in this country we allow protest. Then a friend of mine whose husband is a retired colonel in the Army said that for not standing for the national anthem, you're insulting the men and women who have fought for this country. So I agreed with her.
Right.
And
but the other side of that, it's his right to not do it.
But you're an American. You should, if change in America, if you're worried about the problem in America, do something about it.
Yeah. Sitting around isn't going to do anything.
Yeah. Sitting while everyone's standing is not, all it's going to do is have people talk.
Right, right. He's not standing up for anything by sitting down.
Right.
I think I just broke wind for real.
Yeah. I'm Benny Rizzuti.
I'm Stevie GB.
And this has been Breaking Wind. I really ripped one this time. You better get out of here. Keep going. We'll be right back.
The #1 fence provider on Long Island with the most inventory in stock, including vinyl, chain link, and aluminum. Offers a custom powder-coated system that prevents rust throughout the life of the fence. We carry fence tools to the trade. We even stock wood, rail, and glass hardware as well. Shannon Gates has our very own patented locking system. The next time you need fencing of any sort, both commercial and private, give Shannon Gates a call at 631-392-4330. You can also visit our website at shannongatesinc.com.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Shannon Gates is the
And we're back with the Benny Rizzuti Show and my special guest, Stevie GB. Stevie, are you happy? You said that Kelly didn't let you get a word in edgewise.
She took over the whole show.
She's gone now.
You know what? I think I should sit where you're sitting. That's what I think.
You want to sit here?
I do.
Wow.
What is
somebody
that?
else- That's Nancy. Nancy just
Are we
texted.
back to breaking
She
wind?
said- She said, let Stevie sit in the seat.
Is that what she said? Wow, Nancy's sharp. I love you, Nancy.
Can I take my water? Oh,
Just get out of
I'm
here.
tripping. Jesus.
Move it, move it.
Move it, move it. He like to move it, move it. All right, hey. Now I know why everybody hates sitting on this couch.
I like this. This isn't bad. All right, so Benny, tell me, how'd you get started? I'm going to ask the hard questions. Where you from?
I'm from the same town you're from.
Holbrook?
Yeah, no.
Holbrook.
Islip.
Islip.
It's near Holbrook.
It is near Holbrook. It's off the expressway.
And near the highway.
Yeah, Peter Pan comedian. All right. So I don't know. I'm terrible at this. Apparently. What am I doing? I don't know.
Why, you look good behind the
I
desk.
do. I look good, don't I? Welcome to the Stevie GB show. It's an in-depth interview with Mr. Benny Rizzuti. Tell me, Benny, where'd your mother come from? Sicily?
Sicily, yeah.
Sicily?
Sicily. We were very silly people.
You were Sicilian?
Sicilian,
Yeah.
yeah.
My parents
Sicily.
were Neapolitan.
From Naples.
Yeah, Florida.
Napolitan.
Naples, Florida. Napolitan.
That's Naples.
Napolitan.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Gabagool.
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 But were your parents from there, or?
Well, my father's Italian, my mother's Greek. So I'm half Italian, half Greek, and I look Jewish.
You act Jewish.
I know, it's weird.
When the guy came and delivered the pizza, you disappeared.
I know.
He couldn't find you. Yeah. You were like, I'll
Sorry.
pay for the pizza, I'll
I'm
pay
sorry
for the
to all my
pizza.
Jewish friends out there for that slur. It was disgusting.
Yeah, Benny, I'll pay for the pizza. Pizza guy's here, Steve.
Oh, look, I forgot my wallet.
Yeah.
Who ordered tax? Milton Berle, 1942. I see, when I steal a joke, I at least give credit to where it came from. It could have been Sid Caesar.
That's fun. I remember long time ago, comics would be, they'd be in a club and the right moment came for a joke, right? And it was a joke that we all knew.
Right.
They would say it and they would say something like, thank you, Bob Hope.
Yeah.
Thank you, Milton Berle.
Yeah, that's what I do. You got to give credit.
Because
to
you're
the
not
people-
ripping them off, yeah.
Credit to the people that at least.
You know your camera now?
Yeah, now I do. I'm looking over there. They're thinking that somebody's over there. It's over here. There's no lights. I don't know nothing about
You didn't
this.
know where the mic was before? Jesus. What am I supposed to be wearing? We're in the middle of the show. Am I supposed to be wearing a mic?
It's my first day. I just started.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right, though. You're right. In the old days of comedy, we at least acknowledged where our jokes were.
Yeah, so we've established that. And an open mic, if you do an open mic, you should act like you're doing a show.
Right.
You should think that somebody's going to see. But nowadays, I don't care.
I think we talked about this in the beginning of the show.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, it's okay, Benny.
I was just...
Did you order the pizza?
Who paid for it?
I could probably get another pie out of it because he doesn't remember anything now.
Who paid for the pizza? Did you?
I think Kelly did. You owe us some money. She's going to come back on and tell us a cab driver story. I can't wait.
Oh my God, she's going to kick your
She
butt.
is coming back. Look at this. Here she comes. Don't
Now I'm
look
going to tell you a lesbian
Gene Wilder
joke.
died.
I want to tell you a lesbian joke.
Oh, you got a lesbian joke?
Yeah,
We covered the Gene Wilder thing. That's
We
why.
did?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting old.
I went to a I went to a lesbian wedding. They played "Here Comes the Bride" twice.
That
Bad?
makes sense.
Did you hear that? They had to cancel the Bayshore Parade of Virgins.
Why?
Oh, yeah?
One girl was sick. The other wouldn't march alone.
Why Bayshore?
Why be here?
I just needed a town.
Town.
It could have been Islip.
It could have been Islip.
Could have been.
Hey,
Yeah, it should have
paid
been.
for that pizza.
I think Benny did.
I paid for the damn pizza. Darn.
You remember?
Darn. I'm never going to make it to cable with you.
Oh, we're going on cable.
We're going on cable.
Some of this will be on cable.
Some of this will be on cable.
Some won't. Probably a few of the camp stories won't make
be
it.
on.
Probably a few of the camp stories, won't there?
I won't be on it at all.
You'll be on it. You're on the other one, too. With Connie and Chrissy.
That was fun.
Connie and
Yeah.
Chris, the date night girls.
I know. When next time they come on, I'll have you on.
Whoa,
Yep.
you better watch
Perfect
out.
match.
I might not be able to.
What's the
behave
matter? I'm
myself.
not as sexy?
Of course you are. You're beautiful.
Thank you, dear.
You are. You're adorable. I just
Thank
want to
you.
pick you up.
You can't. I'm too heavy for you.
No, you're not.
Oh, you're not that heavy.
No.
You really?
Oh, wait,
What
you
is
want
with
us to-
old women think they're heavy?
You want us to find you sexy? You dress like Cousin Carmine playing the card shark. This is
All
my
right
Cousin
there,
Carmine, the
Mr.
card
Don
shark.
Henley.
Cousin Carmine, you find Cousin Carmine sexy? No.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I do.
She goes more for Cousin Carmela, but you know. that's-
Cousin Carmela, hello.
Carmela. I had a Cousin Carmela.
Did you?
Yes. I had her twice, but we won't talk
Ew!
about that.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
Oh,
God.
please.
I wasn't ready
She
for
was
that.
third cousins.
Oh.
So,
Now she's fourth
Now she's what?
on the list of
on
cousins.
the list of cousins that I,
Oh, no.
we'll edit it out in
You're
post-production.
pretty
Yeah, my
It's a
son's gonna love
madhouse.
you. My son's gonna love you.
So Charlton Heston died.
Yeah, about
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
You know, Ten Commandments is still on. It's still on. It's the longest show in the history of the world. This is the Ten Commandments.
Is that what we've stooped to, Stevie? We're gonna talk about Charlton Heston movies now.
Look, because it's a madhouse. I thought of Charlton Heston. Yeah, I like Charlton Heston.
Me too.
He was a sexy man.
Wow,
Oh,
I think he's
man.
changing because of me now.
I'm turning.
Okay.
Turning.
Stevie, I think it's close. You
We're out
gotta...
of time. Well, this has been the Gagoot Show.
No.
Benny Rizzuti Show.
You try again. The
We'll
Stevie
edit that
G.
out. Take two. Thank you for watching. Benny Rizzuti Hour.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to thank my guests, Kelly Schifano,
Kelly
Stevie
Schifano.
GB. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much,
welcome.
everybody.
Benny Rizzuti.
Have a great week. Remember, laugh and the world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. Woo! Give me a hug,
Merry
baby.
Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
What's your
Have a happy New Year. Have a happy Labor Day.
Yes,
Happy
happy
birthday.
Labor Day.
Labor Day coming. All right.